interested in promoting your brand, business, or talent right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, email us right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertise@hiphopun.com. Get your brand, get your business, get your talent in front of millions of people right now. Email advertise@hiphopun.com.
Period.
Well said on that. Talk about your brothers, man. Crooked Eye and Joell, man. Y'all ever gonna get back? I know it's some hot shit and stuff going on right now, business wise. But do you ever see you guys kind of coming together and piecing everything up on a personal level?
It's nothing to piece up.
Okay.
It's nothing to piece up. I don't. I mean, I'm at a point where I just don't. I don't want it to. I don't want it to turn into a different direction.
Right.
Joell just had some choice words for me recently, and listen, man, listen. I don't even want this to start stepping outside the realm of what our realities are, our truths are. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never gonna be a point in time where nobody is gonna feel comfortable with trying that tough guy shit with me. Not in this lifetime, bro. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing bad to say about them, man. Like I've never went on a public platform and intentionally set out to disrespect them. If I said something that was taken as disrespect, I apologize. Because I'm telling you 1,000%, 1,000%, I'm not taking no disrespect. I'm not. And I'm not writing no motherfucking diss records neither. I'm a grown man. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown ass man. If I say I love them, I stand on that. I'm ready to die about anything I've ever said. I don't lie, bro. I love them. Like I'm not. If we not gonna be friends, then let's move on. We don't have to make records about each other and all of that. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I'm not subscribing to that. I ain't agree to that. I ain't signing up for that. And I hate the fact that people think that that's a natural go-to for a black rapper. Right. Why is that the exit strategy for every fucking relationship in hip hop? To tear each other down and write records about each other. I'm over that. I'm over that. And I'm over the whole who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth. I have my way that I see it. Joe has his way that he sees it. Joell and Crook have their way that they see it. I don't want to change their minds. I don't want to fight how they feel about it. And I certainly don't want to make them feel like that I should be able to validate or invalidate their feelings. I am not in a position to do that. The only thing I can speak is my facts. And I know my main fact, the main elephant in this room that I sit in is I love them, period. That don't come with a but. It don't come with none of that. Right. You know what I mean? All of this looking down on them and all of that. Listen, man, I don't want to partake in anything moving forward that has anything to do with them popping up on my timeline as my op. Media outlets presenting them to people as my op. Come on, man. Nah, bro. We had business with each other. Now we're not seeing eye to eye. To me, that's a normal thing. Right. You know, there's a few courtesies that I felt like that I deserved the respect to be extended to me. That wasn't extended to me. Crook kind of already admitted to doing that. And I think that's been overshadowed with just the reasons why. And people, you know, there's more conversations about the reasons why he did what he did. But the reasons why he did what he did is rather here nor there. The point to me is that he did what he did. You know what I mean? And so that's really all I'm really focused on is what he did, what they did. And I already forgive them for that. I felt like it was wrong, but I forgive them for that because I understand a lot of the reasons why. And I always knew that there was some frustration there. You know, it was just the way that it was handled. And I haven't handled everything the best. You know, like there's a few things in media about this situation that I haven't handled the best, that I kind of regret saying so much and saying, I promised my wife I would never talk about this again because I don't want it to be any messier than it already is. Like, you know, man, like we got to figure out a way to not make everything so messy when we decide we disagree or we moving on from each other. It don't have to be messy, bro. Like every relationship that you get in with a girl, you know, you're not going to always part on bad terms. Mm-hmm. You know, we got to start figuring out a way to exit these relationships if we're going to do so amicably, you know, or privately. Everything don't have to be public mess. Once you make something public,
Right.
You opening up the door for somebody to tell their side, and then once somebody start telling their side, now you got a problem with their side. But you open the door, bro.
Mm.
And that's the point. The door never should have been open. It's not about who telling the truth or who not. The door shouldn't have been open, but it's open now, and that's water under the bridge. And I can't keep sitting and complaining about that being the problem. The solution is just to move on. And the proper way to do that is just to move on without all of the giving warnings and all of that. Fuck all that, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. I'm kind of past that. I hate that I've gone days while dealing with this, thinking about it and being upset about it. You know what I mean? Like, in questioning things and trying to figure out, you know, like, because I like I said earlier, I always try to figure out the role that I played. Like, what can I hold myself accountable for? You know what I mean? And if you look at any of the interviews, you see very clearly me and Joe kind of holding ourselves accountable for things and even apologizing for certain things. You know what I mean? And that's really all that I can do. Right. You know what I mean? That's really all that I can do. But when it gets to a point where no matter what I say is being taken as disrespect or it's being taken as whatever, then at that point, man, that's when it's time to just digress. It's time to not even talk about it no more, man. Like, there's no other solution. You know, we're not going back in the booth together. That's certainly not happening. Right. So why there's nothing else to be mad about, bro. There's nothing to be frustrated about, nothing to make a record about. It's nothing to reconcile. It just is what it is, man. And it's unfortunate, but that's life. That's life. So what do? I take whatever I learn from that situation. And I say this with all the authenticity that I have in my mind, body, and soul, bro. I certainly appreciate every moment that I had with them brothers. I would never forget that. And I would never stop appreciating them for that. They stood next to me and afforded me a lot of luxuries in this shit. They helped me break down barriers that I couldn't break down on my own. You know what I mean? Like, they showed me, they helped me learn the importance of reconciliation and the importance of collaborating. Because up to that point, before we did Slaughterhouse, I wasn't fucking with nobody. Mm. I didn't like rappers. I didn't want to be around rappers. I didn't want to do songs with rappers. And I certainly didn't like Joe. Me and Joe didn't like each other. It was Slaughterhouse that showed us the importance of reconciliation and the importance of collaborating. And we got out there early and we did it, and we broke down a lot of barriers together, and we were able to fucking stop the world in our own little world. We were able to stop the world together. And I'm always gonna love and appreciate them for that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna let none of the shit that come out of their mouths after that affect or tarnish the way that I look at all of the good things. And I'm to a point now, I'm just gonna look at them, and I'm just gonna look at them for the good things, and I'm gonna stop even feeding into the bad shit that's being said, because a lot of that shit is just coming from frustration. You know, people going through shit. The pandemic. Listen, man, I've dealt with nine losses, 9 deaths, 9 funerals, 9 over the pandemic. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had to endure a lot, man. I ain't handled everything the best. So why should I expect them to handle shit perfectly? They haven't handled my name perfectly, but I haven't handled their names perfectly either. So instead of expecting perfection from each other, let's just quit talking about each other and let's just move on. That's kind of like where I'm at with it.
Right.
Definitely, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. We reached the hour on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Before we get out of here, though, man, tell us what you got going on, next, if you may.
Right now I'm focusing on a lot of music. I've been doing a lot of music, and I'm focusing on shooting a lot of content, and I'm doing a lot of brainstorming and a lot of planning. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it for me. You know, so as I have things come down the pipeline, you guys are certainly gonna know about it.
Thank you.
Anything that I roll out in the future, I'm definitely gonna make sure that what's up, my brother? You good? Oh, you missed it. Oh shit. You on Black People Time. Yeah, my bad, fellas. So I'm gonna definitely make sure that anything that I roll out, I'm gonna stop by and see you guys, make sure we have a conversation about it. You know what I mean? Make sure I keep you in the loop. Definitely appreciate you guys for having me.
Nah, man, the honor is all ours, man. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, let's do this again and again and again, man. We definitely appreciate your perspective, man. You're welcome on anytime, brother. Royce the 5'9" on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Salute, family.
Love and respect to you, good brothers.
All right, man. Thank you, man.